Good morning. This is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Just want to take a moment to show you this 2017 911 Carrera 4S and Carrera White Metallic. As you can see, it's a beautiful car. Go around it really quick. This color really shines in the sunlight. A Carrera 4S is an amazing machine on its own, but with the way this one's equipped, I think you're going to love how it came out. So starting up front, we actually have active aerodynamics integrated into the new 2017 Carrera. So the vents here on the side are actually active vents, so they're going to help draw air into the intercoolers on the car. You have the Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus equipped on this vehicle, so you have 4-point LEDs for your daytime running lights, and then your LED lights. This vehicle has the RS Spider design wheels. They're 20-inch. This car is equipped with the Sport package. So you get a couple of additional things with that, such as Sport Chrono, which I'll show you in a minute, and then the Sport exhaust. This has the Sport design mirrors. 2017, at first glance, it doesn't look like there's too much of a difference between the 911 from the last year, but they've made quite a few changes. Such as back here, the rear is a little bit more functional than it used to be. So you can see there's openings here, so when air travels around the car, it goes directly and feeds into the turbos. And then the hot air will come out the bottom right back here. This vehicle also does have parking sensors, your backup camera. You have 4 sensors in the front and 4 in the rear. And then with the new Sport exhaust design, you have the 2 pipes coming out of the back, so you can hear that sounds absolutely amazing. And it's still just in the comfort mode. You do also have a new design for the tail lights. So it's a 3D design, so the tail lights are going to pop as well as the brake lights. With the S models, you're going to get the upgraded sportier brakes, the drilled and slotted rotors with the red calipers. This vehicle does have the entry and drive system, because it has the Porsche, the Premium Package Plus. So you would put your hand inside the door handle to unlock it and then touch the top to lock it. You have the memory seats on this vehicle, the 14-way power seat. One of the other things that you get with the Sport package is the GT steering wheel. So you see, you have these rivets here in the steering wheel, and the design from the steering wheel was taken from the 918 Spider. Sport Chrono, you have your lap timer that's built into this clock that's on the dash, as well as having the same option here in your TFT display, so you can access that. They've made some changes to the Sport Chrono. You still get your dynamic engine mounts. You still get your Sport and Sport Plus mode. But what's different is you have this knob here. Right now the car is in the comfort mode. You turn this dial here, it goes into Sport. Then you got Sport Plus, and then you have an individual that you can customize the settings for. So in this instance, with the way this car is equipped, let's say you want to drive the car in comfort mode, but with the Sport exhaust open, you can customize it to that. And this vehicle has Power Steering Plus, so you can adjust the steering, and it also has the Sport suspension, so you could always change that. So you can customize it any way you would like. Now, other than being able to switch the modes, in the center you have a button. So if you press this button here, you get 20 seconds of extra power. The car is going to close off the wastegates of the car, so you get additional boost. You get the new upgraded PCM touchscreen with navigation equipped on this vehicle. You have your dual zone climate control. You have your heated and ventilated seats. And you have your Porsche double clutch transmission, the PDK. They've made some slight changes to the PDK. So if you were to pull this down into drive and then put it into the sport mode, instead of pulling it towards you to downshift, that's now to shift up, and then vice versa for downshifting. You also have the paddles integrated onto the steering wheel. As we continue going down here, you said you have this sport suspension, which is activated once you put it into the sport mode. You have your sport exhaust. Now, Porsche stability management has changed slightly. There's now 2 different modes for that. Instead of just pressing and holding the button just to turn it partially off, you can turn it partially off as well as hold it down and turn it completely off. This one being the 4S, it's going to be the all-wheel drive system. So you're going to have great traction all the time. You have your traditional 5 gauges up here. The TFT display being one of the more important ones because you can cycle through all the information that you would need. You have your G-force meter. You have your main menu, which now, since all the 911s are turbocharged, you added the boost gauge to them. You have your audio function, your phone, your map, your navigation, your trip computer, your tire pressure, your torque distribution, because it's all-wheel drive, so you can see how the power is being distributed between the rear and front of the vehicle. We have your sunroof, the glass tilt and slide roof. Controls are right here for it. Then you have it tilt up. Or you can have it come all the way back. You open it up a little bit. Now what's nice about this is the car will automatically adjust the active spoiler because of the active aerodynamics to compensate for the sunroof being open and the air actually traveling around the car differently. Now, a lot of people don't notice this, but when you have the 4S, because of the all-wheel drive or just the 4 in general, the back end of the car is just a little bit wider. So it makes it look a little different. You can see how further out the back wheels come out. The 4S produces 420 horsepower, 385 pounds-feet of torque, and the torque is the biggest part. That's why they went turbocharged with these motors, because you're getting peak torque at 1700 RPM, which is extremely impressive. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Speak to you soon. Thank you.